Okay, someone asked me this question if the same strategy can be used to trade spikes. Okay, we will be checking that out right here in this video. I want you guys to sit tight and watch this video to the end so that you will have a better understanding on how these work. Okay, so that you too can also practice from your end before you start using it on your day-to-day trading activities. Okay, but before we go fully into it, in case you are joining me for the first time, I welcome you all to Qora Digital Cash. And if you love the content you are getting from here, kindly give me a follow right now. Like this video and share this video with friends and family. If you have any question at all, you can drop your question for me in the comment section or you reach out to me via WhatsApp. I will be there to reply you. So quickly, let's go straight into what we have right here. Like I said earlier on, let's see how we can use this same strategy to trade spikes. Okay, before I go ahead to explain how this strategy can be used to trade spikes, first of all, let me explain what spikes trading is all about. Okay, spikes trading is the sudden movement that happens within seconds whenever you are trading some specific assets. Okay, it just goes up or crash down within seconds, okay, without notifying you before. Okay, and of course it is always difficult to actually say the exact point where the spikes can happen. Okay, of course once in a while you can guess the place, but you cannot be so accurate all the time. This is very, very important. Okay, so many people have tried to come up with different strategies, different method to be able to say that okay, this is where the spikes will happen. Okay, and of course you cannot be 100% perfect. That is just it. That is one thing I want you guys to know. And you cannot experience spikes trading on all the assets. You can only find it under GainX and PayNext assets. Okay, you can only find it under GainX and PayNext assets. Okay, and for each of them there are different methods to use. Okay, for GainX you only trade spikes when the market is on uptrend. It is very, very important. Okay, for GainX, you only trade spikes when the market is on uptrend. This is the moment for you to trade spikes on GainX. But while for PainX, you only trade it when the market is on downtrend. Okay, when it is on downtrend, that is for PainX, for instance, around here is when you should trade your spikes. Okay, at this point it is on downtrend, that is when you should trade your spikes. Okay, and of course a quick one again, for GainX, spikes is traded whenever the market get to the support zone, most especially a major support zone. So you usually find your spikes happening around the support zone. Okay, while for PainX it usually happen around the resistance zone. Okay, so these are some facts that you should know even before you say you want to trade spikes. Okay, because if you do not know all these things, you might be having a wrong entry which can blow off your account. Okay, now quickly, now let's see how I can use this strategy to trade spikes. First of all, the strategy I want to use is called the trend trading strategy. And what I will be doing right here is, first of all, know the exact asset I want to trade. For instance, this is GainX 999. So for GainX, spikes usually happen when the market is uptrend. Okay, and of course it usually happen around the support zone. So if I want to trade spikes, I will have to come to the support region. This was on downtrend, so I will have to wait for it to get to the support region. So it got there at this point, and you can see immediately it got there, it spiked. Okay, but personally, I don't teach people how to catch spike. Okay, because sometimes you make some errors if you are trying to catch spike, most especially if you are finding difficult to confirm the trend. Okay, so what I do is I trade spike because I want to trade it for a very long time. I don't want to catch a single spike. I want to catch so many of it. So that is why I trade spike. So I look out for when the trend will be switching before I place my order. Okay. So at this point, you can see it has gotten to the support zone already. It spiked up and it switched from a downtrend into an uptrend at this point. Okay. So when it's switched, all I did was just to wait for the buy order. I got the buy order around there, so I placed my order around there. And there is also one thing I need to let you know. Okay, for spikes trading, you should get used to red because sometimes it will not even spike immediately. Okay, most especially if you are trading on the same time frame which I am trading right now. This is 15-minute time frame. Okay, so you place your order at this point and you consider setting up your stop loss too. So in this situation, I will be checking out at my support zone. If I am to use my support zone as my stop loss, is it too far from this? If it is too far, then I can adjust it a bit, depending on the amount I want to risk. Okay, so this is cool, right? So the next thing which I need to do is to highlight some TPs for myself because I don't want emotion to control my trading activities. Number one thing which I need to do is to identify the trend. Identify the trend. Number two thing is to check if it has gotten to where it will switch. And this got to the support zone and it switched into a new trend. Okay, then which means that the third thing is for you to be able to identify the support and resistance zone because these are the places where the market will surely switch the trend or may likely switch the trend. Then the fourth thing is to know how to set up your trade. So in this situation, since I'm not trying to catch a single spike, I want to catch multiple of it. So I'm setting my entry point in this form. This is my entry point. Then this is going to be my stop loss. So the next thing I need to do is to set up my TPs. I can put my first TP here, and of course I can put second TP somewhere here, and the third one um somewhere here. Okay, I'm going to delete some of the things here. Okay, good. Somewhere here. Okay, and the fourth one and the fifth one. Okay, so you can see at the end of the day, it spiked, got to this region. Probably if I had multiple orders open, this will have closed. TP1 will have closed the first order, TP2 will have closed the second order. You can see spikes are happening when the market is on uptrend for GainX 999. Okay, and that is what happens on all GainX assets. Okay, now let's check it out on PayNex. It is still the same thing. This is PayNex 999, and for PayNex 999, for spike to happen, the market must be on downtrend. So which means you must target the resistance zone for all your spikes to happen. Okay, so what do you need to do right here is a resistance zone. So you put your stop loss there, you put your stop loss there, okay, and you wait for the time for the switching time. It's switching to a downtrend at this point. So you put your entry point somewhere here and you highlight your TPs, okay? So you can see it spiked. Just allow it to roll, okay? You don't need to stress yourself. It spiked till it got to this very end, and that is how it works. That is how beautiful it is, okay? So just make sure you are able to identify the trend. Make sure you are able to know when the trend is switching from one place to another. Make sure you are able to identify your support and resistance zone, and make sure you know the exact zone, the exact zone that works for the assets which you want to trade, and the exact trend that works for the assets which you want to trade. For instance, if you want to trade spikes in GainX, then it is the support zone, and it is when the market is on uptrend, not when the market is on downtrend. Okay, if you want to trade spikes in PainX, it is when the market is on downtrend and it's going to happen at the resistance zone. So once you are able to highlight all these, then set your order in the right way and you will get it right. Each time you are placing your order, don't joke with your stop loss. I always say this, most especially if you are trading spikes like this, okay? So if you follow all these four instructions, then you are most likely to win your spike trading activities each time you go into it. I will be stopping right here. I hope you have learned one or two things from today's video, okay? So in case you're joining me for the first time, okay, I welcome you all to Qora Digital Cash, and do not forget to subscribe to this channel. And if you have any question, kindly drop your question for me in the comment section, or you reach out to me via WhatsApp. I will be there to reply. Thank you.